Hello everyone and welcome back to Pick a Gravy. You might notice bit of a different scenario here, bit of a different team. We'll be hopefully a video should be uploaded soon explaining the FDL draft, but that draft is finished. I won't spoil too much. We'll go over a video where I'm going to have to go over every game that's been played since. I thought my video files were fine. I was waiting till week 7 got recorded to upload and find out what the playoffs were looking like before making a decision on uploading that video, but over that time it took quite a while. The league is finished, the winner's been announced, so we'll go over that at some point, but I'm here to announce another draft league, and this is now, we've moved on from the Rochester Rhyhorns and we're now the coach for the Preston Piloswines in a kind of, I want to call it, I don't know the exact formats. I suck at VGC and Pokemon in general. I know we're playing in VGC Regulation F, no legendaries or such in the pool, but I'm going to be going over my draft picks, who I've got on the squad, and what we might be seeing out of them. But I am now the coach of the Preston Piloswines, new league, new team, and this will be the first video, week 1, against, I think it's the Double A, I want to say the team's called. I know they're Charger Bug cover on it, yeah, Double A Battery we're going up against, which is a team. I'll speak quickly on the team after I've gone over my full squad here. But this is not who we're bringing today, the full squad who we're bringing today, this is everyone that we've picked. But yeah, first pick of the draft, I was 4th in the draft. Kind of a very awkward spot to be in. My first pick was Goldengo, was available when I got in. I wanted something that could be such a good hitter and has versatility, while also good as gold being an amazing ability to have. Second pick, Scrafty, gives me Fake Out, Knock Off, and Intimidate with a decent amount of bulk to go with it. Then I wanted to build upon like a Fire Grass Walker. It didn't work out that way. As you can see, my grass and my water types are a bit further below. But I went for Cinderace for my fire type. It has the Libero ability, of course, could also be run with Blaze, but it gives it the option to change into different types, remove some of the weaknesses, gaining a few more, but allows it to pretty much have stab on every move that it can use. For my grass, this was actually one of my last picks, but I made a few changes when the grace period started, which is why these are a bit in an awkward situation. But we have Toadschool as our grass type. Grass and ground gives us a little bit of immunity to electric. This is a Rage Powder user, allows for redirection. Also incredibly, I didn't realise this before, but 100 base in special defense, very specially bulky against quite a lot of mons, and yeah, except Trick Room, it's already going last in the priority bracket. Trick Room's not going to make much of a difference there, if you can say it. Spore is a bit of a downer because Spore is going to be going last pretty much unless someone's setting up Trick Room, but it's a very good option. I mean, against Trick Room teams we can Spore the Trick Room setter if they're not safety goggles, and it just allows us to play around that. Duosion, if you saw my FDL draft, this was a mon that I used on the team. It wasn't used as super often, but it is still a very good Eviolite mon. Gets decent bulk off Eviolite, and its special attack is still 125. Very good in Trick Room. Has decent coverage, like we can see on this play set that I was used. Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, Psychic. This was a set that I was going to be using this week. I've decided against it. I've decided to go for a bit more bulk on it, but it can do insane amounts of damage with that special attack stat. Then we have Jolteon. Very good electric type, very fast. Got the access to Ice Voice. It doesn't have the best coverage, which is like the big downside of it. But it is very fast, and it does have a decent special attack. Special bulk is also okay. The physical stats are whatever with this thing. Next, I went with my water type. This is the finish out my Firegrass water core. I can't remember what I went with before. I think I had Slowbro, which would have been amazing for Trick Room sets. But I decided to go for Palafin. I've noticed this is a mon that's not typically used, especially in a VGC draft. I wanted to try and use it. I've not used this one before since finishing Scarlet and Violet. Like I said, I don't really play on the Switch anymore. My Switch is a bit busted. So I've not had a chance to ever play with a lot of these newer mons. But Palafin does have the option, can be very powerful banded. When it's in the hero form, I think it's 160 attack, that is monstrous. Also decently fast, just on the edge of, well, on exactly 100 speed. Has okay coverage, gets access to Drain Punch. What else does it get access to? Iron Head, like it's shown here. It also has decent special coverage, which if we are needing to, when it's in its hero form, its special attack is still like 106, which is insane. So it can, I say insane, it's decent, so it can be used in a special situation. Throat Chop as well, Zen Headbutt, access to Liquidation, Helping Hand. I don't think he gets Taunt or any of the really other. But yeah, Blizzard and Aura Sphere for special occasions. A little bit of spoilers on my last few picks. Yeah. Then we went for Piloswines. I wanted a mon that could face a discharge off my Jolteon, of course, while also being able to live hits. Piloswines is a very powerful Assault Vest user, I think. Especially with Thick Fat, it can ignore the fire and ice types, pretty much not doing too much. Fire is still semi-issue, but it's not terrifying. And then it also has access to Oblivious, so no Intimidate used on this. No Snow Team, so Snowcloak's not going to be doing anything for it, but decent physical attack and decent bulk under Assault Vest. Now, next I went with Noivern. I wanted a mon that potentially had Frisk, just so I could find out abilities, because learning abilities, items, is my worst trait in draft battles. I think I don't know this. Well, we'll find out in this. Terra types, I also have really no clue on what I need to build for, how to build Terra types properly, and when to Terra in battles. We'll see how it goes on in this battle. But yeah, Noivern, Tailwind Setter, access to Air Slash and Draco Meteor, of course. Also gives me some fun tech such as Switcheroo and Whirlwind. There was something else that I feel like this has access to, of course, some decent coverage, Dark Pulse and Flamethrower, Focus Blast, Recovery and Moonlight, or Rest as well. Oh yeah, it gives me access to Super Fang as well. I already had that with Scrafty, but Scrafty I think will be doing more damage sometimes than a Super Fang might be able to provide. It also gives me access to U-Turn, which Cinderace also has, but it's good to have another U-Turn user. Next, I may as well just keep it on this screen for this. We have Ambipom, yet again another fast one. You can see my team. If you look at it, quite a lot of them are fast. The only really slow ones, we've got Duosion, which is slow, Scrafty is slow, Toadschool's not even that slow, but I can make it slow, and then Mamoswine Golden goes on like the edge. It's slower than quite a few mons, but it's not, you know, it's not these Conkelders, these Torkoals, these Ursalunas. But yeah. Ambipom does have access to Technician, which is going to boost every hit of Triple Axle. It also gets access to Knockoff, Fake Out. There was some other stuff that I liked it for. Ice Punch, Shadow Claw, Switcheroo again, Throat Chop, Thunder Punch, U-Turn, another U-Turn user, and Trailblaze. But that is the teams. This time around, I am going to be naming my mons as we go into battle. I like to give them maybe a little bit more of a kind of, you know, relationship with them. Like, if I name them, I'm less likely to probably drop them, I think. Even though in the last draft, I didn't drop any mons after the initial grace period, which might be the same with this one. We'll see how the first week goes. If I end up being in a slump in the first week, I do have a couple changes in mind that I might want. Particularly this Jolteon. I did want the Jolteon one, was like my second electric pick. It's cheap in the draft. but the big downside is it's weak to ground, and it can pair well with Mamoswine, especially if I Terra Flying. It's not going to get hit with the Earthquakes and it can discharge. But the big thing is I did want Kilowatt Troll because it gives me another Tailwind user, it gives me the immunity to ground, and that combo just works out super well. Now I'm going to speak on my opponent's team before going into what I drafted. So we are going up against JDV1 and his AA batteries teams. Now he has a team that I have been stressing about these past few days. The draft, I want to say the draft only finished maybe like 4 days ago, if that, and we're already getting into battles, already getting into doing stuff down. But yeah, his draft team consists of, I know you won't be able to see this on screen, I'll probably put in a cut-in of what the team is ahead. But he has Ursaluna Blood Moon, Dondozo, Alolan Ninetales, Mimikyu, Cypher, Thwackey, Skeledirge, Scraggy, Dashbun, and Hisuian Electrode. Now, the big things I've noticed with this team as I'm prepping for it, he has a lot of fairy types. He has 3 fairy types with the Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales, the Mimikyu, and the Dashbun. And then he also is a very slow core with the Ursaluna, the Dondozo, and then also the Skeledirge is also pretty slow as well. So looking to build around that, I was like, what can I do? I've done a couple practice battles. I was like, this Trick Room, if it gets set up against me, can be pretty awful. And I'm not 100% sure how to do with it. I feel like if he doesn't go Trick Room, I am in a pretty stable spot. I'm running a team that is going to be okay into everything in my scenario. But yeah, this is the team. We've got Osmosis, the Duosian, running it bulkier, like I said, than my practice or kind of look at. Eviolite, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, Trick Room, and Protect. I do think I'm maybe going to right now change the Trick Room. No, I'm going to keep the Trick Room, and the reason because if he does end up going for something that is ultra fast, the Electrode, the Cypher, setting up Tailwind, the Trick Room will be very useful then. Yeah, I was tempted to do this with Choice Specs, because it can kind of just murder everything, especially the Dondozo or the Ursaluna Blood Moon with the Energy Ball. Flash Cannon as well, it gets access to, which can deal a lot of damage to these fairy types. Next I've gone for Cinderace, putting a sash on it just in case it needs to face a Blood Moon on a switch in or anything, but this thing doesn't do the big damage to the big boys, the Ursaluna Blood Moon and the Dondozo. This does barely damage to the Trailblaze. It's a good move, but it's only being only 50 base power, it's not going to get a lot of use out of it. And up in speed, especially in Trick Room, is going to be very difficult to play around with. But besides that, it's got access to pretty much kill most other things, especially the Ice types, the Alolan Ninetales, the Cypher, the Thwackey, and the Hisuian Electrode. Sucker Punch is for Skeledirge. Besides that, it doesn't do any damage to the Skeledirge. This is kind of its only access to damage it, and it's a priority move that is hopefully going to do a decent amount of damage. Oh yeah, also Cinderace is Anderson. Next we've got Scrooge or Goldengo, running it with Life Orb. I was torn between using this as Specs or Life Orb. I think Life Orb is going to be best for us because I think with Specs, Focus Blast was my best bet of killing Ursaluna Blood Moon, which is very hard because being 70 base accurate, and I'm saying 70 base accurate, 70% accurate going into them hits, it's not going to land every time, and I feel like I need a move that's going to land every time, and thankfully Life Orb Terra Blast into Terra Grass is going to hopefully hit the Dondozo and the Ursaluna Blood Moon for quite a lot of damage. I mean, even I think when I calced it, Make It Rain, if this Ursaluna is in completely fully bulk, it's still going to do, when it's not minus, it's going to do at least 50% damage to it. Next we got Scrafty with the Assault Vest. Tango, or Scrafty I should say. Running it with Intimidate. There's a chance that of course the Dondozo or any of the ones has Clear Amulet on it, and it's not going to be doing too much with the Intimidate, but there's still quite a few physical mons that it can make use of. Fake Out, of course, gives us that pressure. Brick Break, Snarl, and Knock Off. This thing can live hits off of the Ursuluna Blood Moon. Not amazingly as much as I want, like it can take a Blood Moon and an Earth Power, and then it's not really going to take anything else after that. But taking 2 hits can be huge, especially off something as such an offensive threat as that. And the Snarl as well. If we manage to get Snarls off on the Ursuluna Blood Moon, I cannot see a way that we can lose if he can't switch the Ursuluna out. Brick Breakings in case of Aurora Veil, breaking the screens, and then Knock Off in case any items prove to be of, you know, just pain towards us. Next we've got the Noivern, running Covert Cloak so it doesn't get faked out. Tailwind in case we're not going up against Trick Room team and we can get it set up and just outspeed everything. Air Slash for a bit of damage output and the potential flinch. Whirlwind is my biggest way to get rid of Mimikyu for Trick Room setup, because I don't see a surefire way of me killing it before setting up Trick Room, just because of the disguise. I completely forgot what disguise do when I went into my first practice match, and it took me off guard. And then Protect is just standard, take a hit, can make out with it. Next, we're bringing the Palafin. This is in case we don't want to use our Terror to take care of the offensive threat of the Ursuluna. I'm running Terror Blast on this as well, just in case we do need to take care of the Dondozo. But this thing has insane physical attack, running a flip turn so it can easily get in and out and change forms. Wave Crash does an insane amount of damage. I think when I count it, Choice Band, Wave Crash as base Palafin still does a decent chunk. And then Iron Head for the fairy types, and then the Terror Blast, as I said, mainly for the Dondozo. It can also hit the Ursuluna Blood Moon for pretty hefty amounts of damage. Anyway, that's an introduction to the team. And like always, I will catch you when the battle starts. Alright, welcome, sorry. We're back in with the battle. I was sorting some stuff out. He has got both Trick Room and Tailwind potential, I feel like. Noivern definitely comes out first for me. And then it depends on what I want to potentially set up. I think I go for Noivern Palafin. And then I'm going to have Scrooge and Anderson in the back. So items, Scraggy as Eviolite and Mimikyu as the Mental Herb. So Scraggy, Evio, and Mimikyu. Mental Herb. So I think I will win the Mimikyu, and I'm just gonna flip turn on this into the Scraggy. Yeah, I was gonna say I was expecting that on this. Whirlwind drags out the Dondozo. Now, we are in a tough situation. I'm going to protect. I'm going to flip turn here, I think, into the Scraggy, which does an okay chunk. I'm trying to think what he goes into. He might have coverage for... comes in. I think I just go into Scrooge here. It's going to coaching the Dondozo. It's going to Yawn into this slot. Now, I think I can Air Slash the Scraggy here. I'm going to Terra Grass and Terra Blast into the Dondozo slot, because no matter what is in, so I'm expecting probably Ursuluna is still here. The Scrafty, we should outspeed pretty much everything. besides if in case he has the Cypher. So I'm just hoping anyway. I realise this music also isn't very battle themed, but he's going to try and get... We break the disguise at least. And Terrorblast should near enough kill. That's fine. Wave Crash is going to do a decent chunk here. And it is going to die to the recoil. It gets the Intimidate off, which means it's going to have Fake Out. Which I'm going to just Whirlwind the Mimikyu again. And I'm going to Terrorblast. Yeah, Whirlwind the Mimikyu. And I'm just going to protect the Goldengo. Fake Out, it doesn't know I'm Covert Cloak, so that whips that out. I'm just going to Air Slash into the Scraggy here. This Whirlwind tech is pretty nice, just because it gets around the Trick Room setup, which I think he's going to realise, and he might go for a Tailwind kind of team, but this is the best way I have to deal around this. Now, I'm still fine if this Goldengo goes down. I've got stuff in the back. This is what this was trained to do. Kill with the stuff set up. And now I'm just going to go for another Air Slash into a Make It Rain. Because I'm not bothered about this Goldengo going down. I've got the Palafin Hero in the back and the Cinderace as well. And Make It Rain should hopefully kill both of them. It doesn't kill the Mimikyu, which is fine. It might get one kill off if he goes for Shadow Claw. That will kill. And now we just outspeed. We just go into the Palafin Hero. And we just Air Slash. And we just go for the flip turn, just not reveal any moves. That was a good first game. That shows how we can play around the Trick Room. That worked very well. I don't know if I want to do the same lead. I still think I go for the Noivern here. Noivern was in that entire fight, which was a very good setup for me. I feel like I go Noivern, maybe the Scrafty here. And I want to go for Scrooge and Anderson in the back again. Just because I feel like this is hoping he goes for potential Tailwind this time. And I can outspeed with the Noivern. It should outspeed. Goes for the Blood Moon right off the bat at back and the Cypher. Now I think I can just set up Tailwind here. And I'm hoping, do I just Snarl? No, I Fake Out definitely here. I'm going to Fake Out into the Ursaluna. He read that. Just gets the instant protect. I'm guessing he's going for Tailwind himself. Just do Wing Beat. This shouldn't kill. Oh, it does. That's a crit. Might have mattered. It's still fine. We've got the Tailwind up. We're faster. Now, I do want to check something. Since this killed, do I go... I want to check, load up both my sets. I want to load up the Goldengo into potential Ursaluna. Now, I didn't see what the Ursaluna had. Ursaluna's Life Orb, and the Cypher is Assault Vest. So, Assault Vest, Cypher. I'm going to Air Slash into the Ursaluna, and I'm going to go for Terra Blast Grass into this. It's not going to kill. It does get the Intimidate. It goes into the Water type. Air Slash does decent here. We're going to get rid of this slot. Still not getting rid of it. Struggle Bug is going to be pretty bad for us. But I am going to... I think with this here, I'm going to... just Air Slash into the Scraggy, which should kill. I'm going to risk switching into Anderson here. See what it's got. He's done a very good switch up for this. And then Ursa is a Life Orb. I need to remember that. So this Cypher, of course, got... what was it that I had? Strugglebug, and I'm going to Air Slash into the Mimikyu. This is tough because if I switch out of fire, I'm going to take in huge damage from Strugglebug. I kind of want to see what it does here. But I feel like I can... I feel like I just Whirlwind the Mimikyu and see what damage I can take. I'm going to Trailblaze into the Cypher. It goes for the Protect. Trailblaze should hopefully do a decent chunk. Strugglebug, if he is using Strugglebug, it will do decent damage. That also does decent damage because of the fucking Libero. Yeah, this is kind of completely phased out. Goldengo, we are not faster here, which sucks. So I'm going to Air Slash the Cypher, which might kill. And I'm just going to have to Terra Blast into the Ursaluna. It's not enough to kill. Terra Blast is enough to kill the Ursaluna though. Life Orb is going to do a chip, and then the grass on this is going to seal the game for us. Got the Mimikyu here, and I still don't know. I think I just Air Slash the Cypher. Hopefully kills. It probably doesn't know how much the Air Slash did. 20% last time. Has got Quick Attack. We just Air Slash. This Mimikyu is just going to be too bulky. I'm going to Air Slash the Mimikyu. It probably has Protect. And then it had the Mental Herb as well. But it might have Play Rough. I'll be shocked if it doesn't have Play Rough. We do get the Flinch. Like, flinches could matter here because we're only doing quarter the damage. Dude, that is so unlucky. If I win off flinches... I would need a flinch here to win. Oh my god. Dude, I was not expecting... Alright, I just get the win off of flinches there. I should not have won that. Jesus Christ. I feel like such a fraud. I should not have won that battle. This Noivern put in work though. This Noivern did absolutely everything. I might just be the luckiest person. Alive at this point. Like the first game, I would admit I did do really well there. But this second game, I shouldn't have won. But anyway, that is our first win for us. Not the way I really wanted. Both of these times, I have won off of bullshit, to say the least. But a win's a win. I'm not going to take it. Well, I am going to take the win, but I shouldn't have won that one. I think I would have been better prepared for the second game. Thankfully, just getting rid of the Ursaluna was huge. The Skeledirge didn't come out, which I think that team would have been bad against as well. But we go into that, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.